Hello, my dear friends that are still investing money in the stock market. Let's talk about Nano Dimension. So if you're new or you've been here before listening to me yap here, I'm a fan of Nano Dimension and I have quite a bit in the company still. And it's a stock that I watch on a daily basis, and the news, what it's doing and where it's going. So with that, we've seen a lot of different situations over the past 2 years with Nano Dimension that has happened here, and has just, we've had some highs and we've had some lows. And since we've had the stock market turn into this bear market here the last 2 years, Nano has been doing all it can to survive, and that's a lot of what is going on right now. We're pushing and hoping that Nano will continue to survive here, this market. And some of the big numbers that we last saw here with Nano were around our bull market in 2001. And that was like when everything was going freaking nuts in the market. It was literally just a free-for-all. But we've also seen harder numbers with Nano. Back in 2020, this was a stock that was at 80 cents and not looking so good. Going back even further to 2018, Nano was trading around a $25, $20 range, then dropping down. And like I said, in 2020, hitting around that 77 and 80 cent range. We could be seeing a little bit more of that formulation. I'm a firm believer that stocks are kind of creatures of habit, and they will run the same courses that they've had before. We could either be in two situations right now, and I hope it's the positive one. I hope we're in a push to, see Nano keep surviving the market here and maybe have a better year, and maybe it could go to a $3 to $5 mark. Now, is there any news to help support that situation with Nano? Not really. We're waiting for these next quarterlies to come out here with this year to really see what's going on. Nano had a better year last year. It did more, bigger numbers. Will Nano either continue to go down here this year, or will we see a bit of a comeback here? It's really hard to tell right now with where the market's going. I mean, honestly, it's been a pretty good January, in so many words here. It hasn't been a complete bloodbath. Even crypto's trying to get back up on its own 2 feet here. When we have our next reports of inflation, rates, all that kind of stuff, we're still dealing with all this, European mess with NATO, Russia, all that will trigger stuff in the stock market. 100% that's going to happen. So just having the first few weeks here in the market, it's really hard to say what anything is going to do. I've said this, and I have been saying this for 3 months now, that I really don't trust 2023 for anybody to say this is going to be a better year in the stock market. It's going to be a rebound. We're going to get everything back we had. There's nothing to support that. I mean, we have nothing. There's no good news coming this year. It's really just a year of still cleaning up mess from the past 2 years and trying to get things back in order here. So I think it's a buying year more than anything. It's a sit and wait, and you're being forced to invest here. Like I said, when you look at this 5-year chart here on Nano Dimension, it is very interesting to see that we are right here in this area where we're going, okay, where is Nano going to go from here? Last week we had it spike almost to a 260. Now we have dropped almost to a 230. We're sitting at 235 at this moment. What is Nano trying to do here? So kind of where my hope lies in this situation with the numbers that we're seeing right now with Nano Dimension is I'm looking to the future. My hopes and my dreams right now, and what I'm telling people, here's first of all, here's some things that I'm going to tell you right now that I'm buying. Things that I am buying on a weekly basis, that I'm putting $20 here, $100 here, $40 here, and $5 here. I'm putting money in Tesla. I'm putting money in Apple. I'm putting money in Global Star. I'm putting money in Exxon, 100%. These are things that I believe in the next few years. But what I want to say with Nano here is that I really do look at Nano Dimension as more of a little bit of a tech stock. And when I say tech stock, I know everybody's going what are you talking about? Nano Dimension is so involved in a lot of different companies with AI, our military, our medical, cars. It produces so many different elements to so many different sectors. And I think as further we go into the future, we're going to see more of these kind of companies, like Nano had mentioned, be a bread and butter company that are going to be needed for futuristic items here in the future. It's kind of like when people say, like, well, why would you put money in Tesla? It's just a car company. Yeah, it's a car company, but guess what? By next year, Elon Musk could be saying Tesla will be selling robots. We just don't know what's coming in the future. So friends, this is where I'm at with Nano. I'm watching it daily. I'm really curious to see where it's going at this point. I am hoping on a prayer that this thing stays at least a $2 range and we don't lose more ground here. Let me know what you're thinking, what you're doing here. I'm not backing down from this fight here with Nano Dimension. I don't really think that we've gotten into 3D printing as a society and really pushed it. I think it's still in the very early stages of where it's at right now. So friends, I will talk to you soon. Take care and be good. Best of luck, friends. Bye, everyone.